Prologue. The box that watched before the first kingdoms rose and the stars found their place in the sky. There was a village at the edge of the world. In this village lived a girl named Lytha, who had always been invisible, not by magic nor by curse, but by fate. No one noticed her, no one heard her voice. It was as if the world had decided she did not exist. And then came the whispers of the box. Buried deep within the forsaken ruins, it was said to hold something ancient, something that had once been locked away to spare the world from its truth. The villagers feared it, but for Lytha, the promise of being seen was more terrifying than the idea of being forgotten forever. So she left the village, stepping into the unknown, her heart torn between fear and courage. Fear, the monster in the mirror. The ruins were silent, no wind, no life, only the presence of something waiting. And there it was, the box, blackened wood, untouched by time. On its lid a single inscription: "To open is to be seen, but once seen, never forgotten." Lytha hesitated. Her hands trembled. Fear slithered into her thoughts. What if there was a reason she had always been ignored? But the yearning to exist, to be acknowledged, overwhelmed her. She unlatched the lid. At first nothing. Then a whisper in the air, a gaze she could not see but could feel. Stepping back into her village, the world had changed. People looked at her, but not with warmth, with horror, with revulsion. She saw her reflection in the water and screamed. What looked back was not the Lytha she had always known. Her form was shifting, flickering between something human and something unspeakable. The box had not given her sight, it had given her a shape the world could never unsee. The villagers fled from her. Some fell to their knees, covering their faces. Others wailed as if in the presence of a nightmare. She had become fear itself. In desperation, Lytha ran back to the ruins, but the box was gone. And then the whisper returned. Once seen, never forgotten. She realized then she had not been invisible all her life. The world had simply chosen to look away, and now it never could again. Courage, the fire that burns in the dark. But another story exists, one beyond the eyes of the fearful. For in another version of this tale, Lytha did not tremble when she saw her reflection. She did not flinch when the villagers screamed. She stood tall. For the first time, she understood. The box had not cursed her, it had revealed her. She had always been different, and now the world could no longer pretend otherwise. The people's fear was their own burden to carry, not hers. When they cried out, she did not run. She stayed, she raised her voice. "You have never seen me before, but I have always been here." Some still looked away, unwilling to face what had been before them all along. But others, hesitant, trembling, met her gaze. They saw not a monster, but a girl who had walked unseen, unheard, forgotten. A girl who had faced the unknown and returned. A girl who had dared to open the box. The world had tried to erase her. The box had forced them to remember. And so she stayed. She walked among them, unyielding. Some feared her, others whispered about her in the dark. But a few, just a few, began to listen. And that, she realized, was enough. Epilogue. The two truths of sight. Two stories, two fates. Some say Lytha became a creature of fear, wandering the world, forever seeking a way to disappear. Others say she remained in the village, standing firm, a testament to the power of those who refuse to be forgotten. Which story is true? Perhaps both, or perhaps the truth is only what we choose to see the end.